gotta ask, baby, you know what I'm on. You can bring your friends, but just keep it on the low. You do this for thrills, but for me it's all I know. You always wanna come.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if my voice sounds a little bit weird, it's because I have a sore throat right now and I'm pretty sick, but I was motivated to film today, which is why I'm sitting here. As you guys can tell, I got a new little backdrop. If you guys see like any wrinkles, it is so hard to do this by myself. Like if I had me and my husband to pull it tight, it would look so much better, but it is what it is. You guys are gonna get some ghetto backdrop today, and that's about it. So let me know if you guys like this better than like my mirror and like vanity kind of backdrop. Let me know what you guys think and how you guys feel about that. So today's video, I think I'm gonna do like maybe like a 0 to 100 get ready with me chit chatty kind of video, going from this to this. I have been so unmotivated to film lately, and I know I've said that in like my last couple videos, but it is so true. Like I don't know what to film. There's so many looks out there, so it's like, what can I really create that you guys haven't seen yet kind of thing. So I haven't really been like in the mood to film. I know that sounds really like bad, but I just haven't. So I think today I want to do like an ombre cut crease, maybe like half moon kind of look, using some olive greens and some like yellowy duochrome kind of greens. I think that's what I came up with, so we're just gonna figure it out and see what happens. I'm also gonna be using some of my current favorites in this video, so not necessarily the eyeshadows. Some eyeshadow palettes, yes, but more so the face products have been like my absolutely favorite go-to products that every time I sit down to do my makeup when I go out, this is what I use until I basically like almost used it all up. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I've obviously used these a lot in my past recent videos because it is my current favorite face routine. So if you guys see me like repeating some stuff, that is why. I've just been obsessed. It works, and if it works, why not keep doing it? Like why stop doing something that's like working for you? You know what I mean? Alright, I need a water break because my throat is like hurting so bad. I haven't had a sore throat in such a long time, and it hurts so bad to like talk loud. If I'm screaming at the kids, it freaking kills my throat. To swallow, to eat, all that stuff. So anyways, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Yes, I am doing a video in a sports bra, but it is what it is. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Follow me on all my social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and let's just get started. Alright, now that my eyebrows are nice and clean, I'm going to start off with my skin first. So my skin has been acting crazy. I have no idea why. I started the new ketogenic diet. By the way, let me know if you guys want to see some like videos or recipes or like what I eat in a day kind of video. I've been on that diet for 2 weeks. I just recently broke it this weekend because I had some friends in town. So I don't know if like my skin has been reacting to that diet because it is a high fat diet, but I have like little bumps everywhere, so much texture, and I have no idea why. It is so weird. It also doesn't help that I just got off my period, but I've never had it like all the way down here, down my neck. It's been on my chest and on my shoulders. So if you guys have been following that diet and have been experiencing something like similar, let me know down below and let me know like what helped, or if I'm doing the diet wrong or something like that. But anyways, onto skin. I'm going to go into 2 of my favorite skincare products. The first one being this Glam Glow Volcanic Matte Glow Moisturizer. I freaking love this thing. Like, love this thing. So, LALADAISYBEAUTY, if you guys haven't heard about it, they send me some products, and this is one of the products they sent me. And I'm not saying this because they send me it. Literally, like you can see, it is like well used and abused. I freaking love this thing. So it goes on kind of like a creamy, clayey kind of like product, and then it just like melts into like an oil on your skin. It leaves my skin feeling so smooth and like so glowy and dewy, but like hydrated at the same time. So the way I like to use this product is in the morning or at night. I usually go in with like a Mario Badescu facial cleanser. toner, and I use whatever mask and all that kind of stuff, and then I will finish off with this product before bed, and it just leaves my skin so smooth, glowy, and just like hydrating. It feels so good. As you can see, like as I am working it in, it's basically worked in, and I just went from being super matte and super flat to just dewy and glowy. So I literally love this product. If I'm gonna run out of the house without putting anything on my face, I'm gonna put this on and then just run out like this, because it makes my skin look like very healthy and like plump. And then I like to go ahead and top it off using this Glow Skin Beauty like glow mist. It's literally just a calming flower mist, soothes and hydrates sensitive skin. So you can use this before bed, you can use this in the morning, whatever, just to like hydrate your skin. I wouldn't use this with like makeup as a setting spray, because that's not really what it's for. It's more of like your skin, like skincare kind of spray, if that makes any kind of sense. I like to spritz that all over my face. Again, Lala Daisy sent me this, and their website is so cool because it's a lot of high-end products for such a good, affordable price. So go check them out. I think they're going to send me soon a giveaway box with some of my favorite products that they have ever sent me that I've been obsessed with. So stay tuned for that, for a giveaway, because I'm so excited. I reached out to them and I asked them if they could send that to me so I can kind of give back to you guys, because literally some of their products are so freaking bomb, like so good. So anyways, I will stop raving about that, but I just wanted to show you guys some of my favorite skincares. I've been so obsessed with that. So this is an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to go into the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir Oil, and I don't personally like to use this all over my face all the time because I feel like it's too much dew and too much oil. So this is my favorite. Why can I not open this? Okay, so it has like little gold like flakes in it, and this is my favorite to use for my lips. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use like the wand itself. This freaking product's gonna last me a lifetime. And I just use that on my lips. So I use this on my lips before bed or while I'm applying my makeup, just to really hydrate my lips and prep them for a matte lipstick later, in case I go in with a matte lipstick, because I always have like this like white line right here, and I don't know what it is, and it drives me nuts, and my lips get so dry. So I like to use that beforehand. So we're going to go back to my brows in a fresh minute. I'm just going to go ahead and hit them with a little bit of Anastasia brow gel. This is obviously like everybody's favorite brow gel. It is freaking bomb. So I'm just going to do that for a little bit, and then I'll go in later and just fill them in. I either love this one or L'Oreal's brow gel. Those are basically my only two go-to brow gels, because they're just so good and basically almost the same thing. I ran out of my L'Oreal one, which is why I'm using this Anastasia one. Okay, so for eyes, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. I'm going to go ahead and use ColourPop concealers. These have been literally my favorite concealers for like the past month. They have replaced Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, NARS Creamy Pot Concealer, Maybelline's Master Conceal, like all my favorite concealers, they have replaced it because it is so good. I just placed another order on their website to get some more, and I think I want to buy their entire line to use on my clients because they're so freaking good. Like, so good. I don't know how ColourPop does it for such an affordable price, and they like make some bomb ass products for so cheap. It literally blows my mind how other high-end companies don't have as good of products, and they charge you like a freaking arm and a leg for it. And this is so cheap, and they always have such good products, like always. ColourPop will rarely ever fail you. The only thing I'm not a fan of ColourPop is their Super Shock shadows, like their actual like pot shadows. I don't know if like I don't know how to work them too well, or if they're just like not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this Dominique Cosmetics palette. So this has been one of the palettes that has been my favorite lately. It has just all the neutrals that you need and 2 pops of colors. I talked about this in my like teal blue eyeshadow palette video, like reviewing her palette. It is literally so good, like so good. I saw she is coming out with like a lemonade palette. I haven't seen the sneak peeks on it, so I don't really know, but this palette, guys, is just bomb. Like literally, it is so freaking good, and it's so big. It's literally just so good. Water break. I cannot wait for the new house so that I can like really set up my filming space and like be comfortable with it. I feel like that might be why, like one of the reasons why I've been super unmotivated lately, because I'm just not comfortable in like where I'm filming. I'm filming on this like small ass, tiny ass table. Very inconvenient. Alright, so I'm going to jump in first into my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It is well used and abused. If you are a freelance makeup artist, this is the palette for you. It is so easy for bridal or client makeup because it has all the colors that you need. Literally, she killed it with this palette. You can just tell she used to be a freelancer because it's literally exactly what you need to create any kind of look that people ask for. Unless they want some like crazy ass, like super colorful look, then maybe not, even though she does have some pop of colors in here. But as far as like the neutrals and the basic smoky eyes that every bride basically wants, this is literally the palette. So I'm going to jump into this color right here. So I have her old palette, so I don't really know the name of it, but it's this like poppy orange kind of yellow shade. That's going to be the first shade right here. This is going to be really the shade that pops through in this entire look. Hopefully this look ends up exactly how I am picturing it in my head. So we will see what happens. So I'm taking a Sigma E40, I think it is. Yeah, Sigma E40. I'm taking a good amount of that yellow, like poppy orange kind of color. And I'm going to go back and forth into my crease pretty heavily because I do want this color to be our first transition color, kind of to set the base for the entire look. But I do want it to shine through later on in the look. I want this to kind of be the pop of color underneath all the browns and olive greens and everything. I want this color to really shine through. I'm picking up a good amount and just tapping it once off because it is kind of a light color, so it's okay if you pick up a good amount of this. Like, it's not like you're going in with like a dark color that's going to be hard to blend out. This is super easy to blend out. So sometimes I feel like super awkward doing these like talk through videos, just because I feel like it's so much easier just to do a voiceover. It kind of just gets straight to the point instead of me like having to like sit here and just like conversate, because essentially I'm just talking to myself the whole time, if that makes any kind of sense. I know it might seem crazy to go in with like kind of like a yellow orangey kind of color when I'm going to be going in with browns and greens, but all those browns and greens can really end up looking kind of muddy on your eye if you don't go in with a transition color like this or like an orangey kind of base. That really just brings out all the warmth in the brown and the greens, if that makes any kind of sense. But our house has been on the market for about like 30 days now, and it's really making me like question if I like decorated my house nice, because I mean, everybody seems to like it when they come in, but nobody seems to buy it, which is weird because I felt like a white kitchen was really kind of in, and apparently not. Like, apparently everybody is still wanting the same old like deep browns or like mahogany kind of base colors with like dark granites, because my kitchen is white with gray countertops and kind of like gray floors. I really went for like a clean, modern, sleek kind of look, and literally I watch a lot of HGTV and either I'm wrong and out of style, or everybody else doesn't watch a lot of Chip and Joanna and all that kind of stuff. We were gonna do hardwood floors in this house, but we kind of ran out of our budget. So we nixed that, so I went for more of like a concrete looking floor that was like very modern, sleek and everything, and then I went for more of like a rustic glam decor. So yeah, our house has been up for a month now and we haven't had anybody like really interested or offering, so I'm getting kind of worried because I really want my new house. Like, I want it so bad. Side note real quick, we're going to go into this Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette, and I'm going to take Pumpkin Spice right here, which is this like terracotta orangey kind of color, and I'm going to use the same Sigma, you know what, no I'm not, I lied, Morphe M441, kind of the same concept. It's dirty, so just rub it off on a napkin, and I'm going to pick up a generous amount of that Pumpkin Spice as well, and go over top of that poppy yellow, but just a little bit lower, so they both will kind of shine through later on. So yeah, in the new house, I went for more, I didn't want a white kitchen. I went for more of like a grayish kitchen cabinet. Not really like a true gray cabinet, more of like a beigey gray. And then I did a really like pretty kind of like marble looking countertop. And I waterfalled both sides, which I'm like super excited about. But I'm kind of nervous, like if both sides was too much. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you do, let me know if you think both side waterfalled like countertops is too much, or if I should have just done one. I don't know if I can change it now, but your girl can always try, you know? I can always try. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going a little bit lower with this, back and forth into our crease, but you can still see up here that yellow really poking through still. I really wanted this look to be very vibrant and colorful without having too much color. Originally today I was going to do like a purple eyeshadow kind of look using this purple right here and then some shimmery purple on the lid with some glitter, but then I was like, I don't know, I really like olive green, so I did olive green instead. And I've had this Jaclyn Hill palette for like over a year now, I think, or a year. Whenever she came out with it is basically when I got it. And I've never touched her olive greens in her palette. So I really just wanted to touch them basically and just play with them. And then Kylie has her old like peach palette, has this one like yellow, gold, green kind of color that I've always been obsessed with. And I always try to find a way to use it, and I never end up using it. I think I've used it like twice, and both times that I have used it, I've been so obsessed with it. So I was like, dude, I want to create like an ombre look. But then the olive green in Jaclyn Hill's palette is like too olivey, and then Kylie's is too yellow. So I found a ColourPop shadow that I had that's like an in-between kind of olivey yellow, green gold. So I'm going to use that one in between those two. So I figured that would be really pretty. So that's what we're going to go for today. I'm going to go back into that poppy yellow and just go over top of that pumpkin spice one last time to make sure it is still kind of showcasing through. I know it looks like whatever right now, but once you go in with like your concealer and your highlight and all that stuff, it'll look so good. I'm going to go into this color right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette. It looks super similar to Hazelnut in the Latte palette. Honestly, you could probably use both, but the one in the Jaclyn Hill palette is a little bit deeper. So I'm going to take the same N441 and I'm just going to pick that color from the Jaclyn Hill palette up and just kind of go above that pumpkin spice but a little below it. We're kind of just building up the transition colors in the crease. As you guys can see, I am just going directly over top that pumpkin spice and just working back and forth in like windshield wiper motions. So anyways, yeah, so the new house I made more rustic-y kind of looking and less modern because we had a bigger budget this time. So I'm super excited for that. I'm just kind of, you know, like when I can always visualize the final product, but sometimes like as you sit back and you have to wait for something for a long time, you kind of start to question how well you did. You know, like when you get ready and you have a really cute outfit on and then you have to sit down and like wait for like your friends to get there and you start looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, holy shit, do I look cute? Do I want to change? Do I not? That's how I'm feeling right now about the new house. So kind of makes me question everything that I did, if waterfall is too extra, because I'm such an extra person. Like I always have to go over the top and it's sometimes unnecessary, but I just felt like at the time 2 waterfalls were good. And now that I have 2 waterfalls, I'm like, damn, did I overdo it? Did your girl overdo it? Okay, I'm going to go back into that Sigma E40. No product on it. I'm just going to take whatever's left over from that yellow and kind of just blend those colors together so they seem very seamless and blended out. Okay, so we're going to try to go into this deep olive green, kind of like forest green color, and I'm going to go into that into my crease just a little bit lower just to darken everything up before I go ahead and I cut the crease. I think that's what I want to do. M433 and begin to put that a little bit lower in the crease just to deepen everything up. Okay, let's hope this goes well. Okay, so far it looks pretty. So yeah, so I started this new ketogenic diet. I've done some research on it, so I feel like I might be eating right, but I might not be, but I haven't really lost any weight. I might have lost some inches, but so far in the 2 weeks that I have done it, I've only cheated once, which was this weekend, and I didn't really cheat with food. I cheated more with alcohol because it was Cinco de Mayo, but I tried to keep it clean with like vodka. But I mean, once you basically cheat on the diet, you cheat on the diet, so that's it. But I feel less bloated and I feel good. I feel like I have more energy. I'm going to go back into that color, like the hazelnut, similar one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and just blend out that green. I feel like I have more energy. I feel lighter. I feel more confident. I haven't lost weight, but I also was on my period last week, so I don't really know like if I really have lost weight yet. I guess once I lose the water weight from my period, we will soon find out. But I do feel good so far, and I definitely have, I've done it with intermittent fasting, and I felt as if eating healthier fats, like more healthier fats than normal, I feel like I stay fuller longer, which is really good, and I crave less. Like I literally have not craved carbs whatsoever. So that has been like a pleasant surprise, because most of the time when I start dieting and let's say I cut out carbs, I always find myself like dying, like just wanting bread, wanting sweets, wanting stuff all the time. And like I honestly haven't felt like I've been craving carbs at all, which is a good thing, right? If you guys are on the keto diet and you guys are really enjoying it, let your girl know how it's going. What are some stuff you guys eat? I made like some almond butter, like cocoa, like keto Reese cups kind of imitations. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys need to follow, because sometimes I post like everything that I eat, and most of the time it's like really bomb. So if you guys are fatties like me and you want to see what people are eating all the time and cooking, literally check it out. So now I'm going to go into this small blending brush. This is a Morphe M562, and I am going to just kind of blend out in here some of that green, because we have a little bit of harsh lines. So I'm going to take some of that pumpkin spice from the Latte palette and just take it right here. What I like to do is I like to hold my mirror down low so that you can really see your crease. So if you guys see me looking down, that's what I am looking at. I am looking at my mirror. It just really helps to map out like your crease. So like when you look like this, you can't really see your crease, but once you tilt your head back, you can really start to see everything. So that's why I'm always tilting my head back. So far, so good. So now I'm going to go back in to this M441, and I'm going to pick up more of that pumpkin spice and blend out the edges over here. Just the edges. You don't really want to get right on top of the green, because then you're kind of going to buff too much of the green away, and you're going to have to go back in and kind of re-intensify that green. So you want to make sure you're just kind of doing the outside edges of that green to blend everything out. And anyways, most of the time we're going to go back in with concealer to cut the crease, and it's going to cover out all those rough edges anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So do you guys feel like you learn anything from my videos, or do you just kind of just watch them just to like kind of see the eye look be completed, or do you feel like I actually like teach you guys stuff? Like, do you guys like watching when I do like client tutorials, like makeovers, instead of like watching me do makeup? Like, I really want you guys to like let me know what you want to see. Like, do I do more product reviews? Do I do more videos like this that it takes 5 years for me to do? Like, let me know what you guys like, for real. I'm gonna go back in a little bit more with that green. Okay, so I'm thinking we are looking pretty good so far, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So I am going to take ColourPop's concealer once again, and I'm just going to take my brush to this doe foot and just go ahead and start cutting the crease like that. I'm going to put it on both sides of the doe foot, so I have a good amount of concealer. You don't want it to be too wet. You do want it to be kind of like sticky and kind of hard to work with, because if it is too wet, it can get really messy really quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and cut one eye so I can show you guys. So I try to put the wettest part down below, and I learned this from Nicole Guerrero. I look up, and wherever that concealer hits up there is where I am going to, it's going to be the highest point of the cut crease. So once I hit that high point, I start to drag down. You want to work slow with this, because you do want both sides to be quite equal, and you don't want to make one side bigger than the other, and I actually tend to do that a lot. Okay, so I think that ended up looking pretty good. Should I go ahead and cut both of them? Yeah. So same thing, apply it down below, working your way up to get the most product down below, so when you do start cutting the top, you have the least amount of product up there. So I place it here, I go ahead and I look up and I look down. And you see it like left me a mark already, kind of like basically like a guideline on where to cut your crease. I'm going to go into this Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to go into this Mermaid Olive Green shimmery color right here. And we're going to use this on the outer part of this half moon cut crease. But of course my camera is over fucking heating and this would happen. So let's try to do this real quick before it turns off. So I'm going to use this right here on like the outer edge of the eye. It's okay if you kind of like overlap in the middle because they're all, it's supposed to be ombre, so it's kind of gonna like overlap anyways, giving you that ombre effect. So it kind of actually helps it. What's good about the concealer is that it stays tacky, so it really brings out the pigment in these colors. What I did was I went ahead and I placed that mermaidy green on the outer edge of my eye. I went in with that deep olive green, and I just kind of blended those two colors in together. The only reason I did that now is because I was waiting for my camera to stop being stupid. So I just went ahead and did that. Now the next color we're going to go into, I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush off. Just using a makeup wipe and kind of just like rubbing it on it. Just to clean it off as much as I can. You can always use a paper towel and just like kind of swirl it together. And I'm going to go into the Kylie Royal Peach palette. And I'm going to take this like green, yellow, gold right here. It's literally my favorite freaking color in the palette. It looks so basic inside this palette, but it's so pretty. It's honestly the only reason I keep this palette, truthfully, because I don't really ever use it. So I'm going to place this one in the middle. So this is going to be the middle shadow. And let's hope this eye look turns out pretty. Oh, this is kind of going to be in the middle and just like, oh no, wait. This one wasn't supposed to be in the middle. No! No! Okay, I lied. The ColourPop one is supposed to be in the middle. You see it's like a duochrome one. I don't know what it's called. Let me take it off the pot. Okay, so I totally messed up. It still looks really pretty, but that's not what it was supposed to be. That one's supposed to be in the inner corner. This one is called Tea Garden. It's such a pretty duochrome. I can't believe I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Kylie in the center of the other eye so that when I place the Tea Garden on top of it, it will be the same. I'm so pissed right now. I'm going to clean my brush off again, and we're going to try this again. So we're going to put this on top of the Kylie's. Ugh, it's like you can't even really see it now. Come on. Okay, so you can kind of see it. It looks pretty similar to the Kylie's. It's just more duochrome-y. So mad right now. Okay, so you can see it's not as bright as a Kylie's. It leans more towards like a blue purpley kind of vibe. So we're going to place that on top over here too. Probably with that Kylie one underneath. Kind of just brings out a little bit more brightness in the color, which is not what I was going for. But we're just going to have to make it work. Because I messed up, man. Okay, now that we have placed that color down, I'm going to go back into that Jaclyn Hill palette and kind of re-intensify that mermaid green in the outer corner. I'm going to lightly go on top of the old mermaid green, but then kind of blend it in to that Kylie color, giving you that gradient ombre effect. I'm going to flip my brush around so that I can blend them two together. Ooh, that looks really pretty though. Yay, this tutorial is making me excited. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. Take that mermaid green again, place it on top to re-intensify it, flip my brush over, and then kind of blend those two colors in together. Ow! You want to make sure you clean this brush off again unless you have another brush that's basically the same thing, but your girl's not that extra. So now I'm going to go back into that Kylie color again, and now I'm going to place it where it needs to go, which is in the inner corner. And let's see how this turns out. Yes, bitch. Yes. Oh my god, that looks so pretty. Oh my god, I'm really excited right now. Okay, I am living for that inner corner. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into the ColourPop one real quick, flip my brush over, pick up a little bit more of Tea Garden, and just kind of go back in the middle and do the same thing that I did with that mermaidy green and just go over it to re-intensify it, but kind of blend it on top of that Kylie color just so that it didn't lose any of its effect. Literally killed it. I'm so proud. I done killed it. So I'm going to go back into that Jaclyn Hill matte olive green and just kind of re-intensify those outer edges one more time. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into that little brush that we used earlier. My face looks like a hot mess. And I'm going to pick up the same olive green color. You want to make sure you tap off a good amount. And I'm going to lean my head back and kind of go over the cut crease just to re-intensify it and just blend everything out just so you can really tell that it's a cut crease. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished my eyebrows, added a little bit of just a small liner and my lashes. And I also applied some primer to my face just to kind of smooth out my skin. So my favorite primer lately has been this Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer Step 1. It's in Holy Grail and I stopped using it for a while and I just restarted using it and I forgot how much I love it. But this thing is amazing. So let's go ahead and finish the eyes up. I'm just going to apply some inner corner highlight and some highlight to my brow bones. And for that, I'm going to use this Dose of Colors highlighter in Fuego. I feel like it's a perfect touch to this eye look because it is a gold highlighter and it kind of just flows with the look of everything. So I haven't been liking putting my highlighter right here. I've been liking it, placing it in kind of like this halo part of my eye, and then as well as by the brows. So I think I'm going to drag this a little further down today just because this eye look is super extra, so I feel like why not just make everything else extra too. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my Holy Grail foundation, which is this Dior Forever foundation. I think this is in the shade 30. So disclaimer, this is still too light for me. I have not picked up shade 35 yet. So therefore we are going to go in with a cream contour. As you can see, like compared to the rest of my body, this is going to be super light. So don't freak out. We are going to go in and fix it. So if anybody ever has too light of a foundation, I'm going to teach you right now a trick on fixing that. I know if you guys have been here for a while, you've seen me use this thousands of times, but this is literally my holy grail. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Bronze. I have like 6 of these tubes because I just go through them like no other. This is literally just like my favorite. You can put this on a brush to apply it, or you can just go in straight with the tube. I'm just going to go in straight with the tube. So let's go ahead and buff this out. There. Okay, so like all of this like hurts right now. I'm assuming because my throat hurts me. So now I'm going to go in with ColourPop concealer, literally so freaking good. So I'm going to go into medium tan. I literally do not stop using it. As I swear, if my husband was to let me, I would so get Botox on my forehead and underneath my eyes to just kind of like cover those halos. Literally, one day, I will convince that man to let me. He just feels like all those like Botoxes and like lip fillers look so fake and they're so obvious, so he's like so against it. But I just hate all those wrinkles. Like if I could convince him to let me do Botox, I so would do it up there. And I would have no shame. You know what it is I have a lot of allergies, so I always like rub my eyes a lot, and I always, every time I'm like scratching them or rubbing them, I'm always like, dude, you're aging yourself. You are aging yourself. Like, stop doing it. But I can't because they itch so bad. So like I'm just like going to town, and then I always just notice all my fine lines underneath. It's so annoying. Freaking love the way concealer looks after everything. Okay, now I'm going to go into the Lancome powder and absolutely our Absolute Powder in Golden. And I'm going to take a big fluffy blending brush, tap some of that away, and kind of just push everything into my skin. And you're going to see right now how flat I look, and this is just going to bring everything to life. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera how much of like a really healthy like glow that really brings to your skin, but it looks so pretty in person. If you guys have been skeptical or haven't even heard of that powder, I suggest you guys picking that up ASAP. Okay, so now for my go-to bronzer lately, it has been this NYX Cosmetics matte bronzer in Deep Tan. And I'm going to use this Morphe M527. I have stopped using this, and I haven't used it in the longest time, and I just started using it recently, and I've become obsessed with it again. Okay, so I stopped using this palette for the longest time, and I just rediscovered it again. It's a Morphe 9N blush palette. And I understand that they just came out with a new blush palette, but an oldie but a goodie. I'm not going to buy the new one just because I have this one, and that's a little bit too extra for me. So I think I'm going to take this one right here and this one in the middle, kind of keeping it kind of neutral but with a little bit of color. Okay, so now that we have applied blush, I'm going to go into my current favorite highlighter, which is the Dose of Colors Fuego Highlight. Honestly, my favorite highlight has also been this Lancome Absolute Powder. It's more of like a subtle highlight. I know I just used it to set my entire face, but you can use it both ways. It's more of a subtle highlight, so when you have a lot of texture, I highly recommend this if you're still going for like that highlighted effect. But if you don't mind it showing the texture, then I would say definitely go for this Fuego highlight, or even this MAC Hyper Real Glow. I freaking love this thing too. I honestly love both, and I alternate all the time. So I'm going to go into this today with this Morphe Fan Brush. I honestly haven't used this fan brush in a long time, but I'm going to use it today. So I love this highlight because it is pretty subtle if you use the smallest amount, but then it also is buildable if you just keep working it in. I really haven't been into the all over like hardcore like super glowy highlights. I've kind of just been into like kind of like a soft natural glow, like still you can still see it but not like holy shit like it's a stripe of highlight on her face. I kind of just alternate, like sometimes I love it and then sometimes I just don't like it at all. Okay, so now that the face is basically complete, I'm going to go in and finish my under eyes, which is another part of my favorite thing for eyeshadow. I'm going to go into this Rimmel Scandalous Eye Kohl in Nude. I just feel like a black eyeliner right now would make it too dramatic, and I definitely want to open my eyes up a little bit more, so I'm going to go into this to just really brighten the entire look up a little bit more. I'm going to go into that deep matte olive green color from the Jaclyn Hill palette and tightline underneath my eyes using that color. So basically right below where we place that nude eye kohl is where I'm placing this matte green. Basically like what we did to the top is what I'm going to do to the bottom. Does anybody else make that ugly face? Okay. I feel like that freaking emoji that's like, I swear my husband's around and I'm putting on mascara, I try to be real cute, like that is so hard to do. So let's be real, we all know I'm going to use MAC Cork lip liner because that's just my holy grail, but it's like what lip color do I use? This is Kylie Exposed. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of her like lipsticks. Go into MAC Cork lip liner. I'm going to use that and then go into the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors collab in More Creamer, Please. that basically completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me come up with this ombre olive green smoky eye right here. I'm so obsessed. I'm so surprised on how pretty it turned out. I'm gonna go do my hair so I can film a little outro for you guys. And alright guys, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me chit chat whatever kind of BS I talked about the whole time. I am sorry if you guys found this video boring. Let me know down below if you guys like to see like talk through videos or like voiceover videos. Sometimes I like voiceover videos just because I feel like it's quick, it gets to the point, whereas like chatty videos, it kind of takes forever and it ends up being like a 30-minute long video of just like bullshit. So let me know what you guys think down below. I honestly am so obsessed with this eye look. I love how like mermaidy green but like olivey it is at the same time. It honestly kind of like brought me back into like the groove of filming. I've been so unmotivated lately that this kind of made me think creatively and just brought out all those juices. So I'm thinking, I don't know, you guys let me know. What do you guys think about maybe like doing like a colors series on like my YouTube and my Instagram? Like maybe 1 week being like a purple week or like a black week or like a glitter week or any kind of colors like yellow, orange. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. That way it kind of like forces me to be pretty creative with my looks, and it also holds me like accountable on posting on YouTube. So I can always like incorporate like clothing ideas or anything like that too. So let me know what you guys think about that idea down below. And also, like I said, don't forget I have a giveaway coming soon with LALADAISYBEAUTY, so stay tuned to that because I'm telling you guys are gonna love everything that is in the box. So if you are new here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed being here and watching this video, and I hope you learned something new today. And that's basically it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that little button down below before you go. Like and subscribe, and follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snap, and Twitter. And for all my mamas out there, happy early Mother's Day. I hope you guys are spoiled and taken care of. And if you're not, it's whatever. I hope you guys know that you guys are just so appreciated, and I know you guys are doing a great job. I know it's hard as a mother to feel like you're not doing a great job, but I promise you that you are. And that's basically it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
All I know, you always wanna come, but you never wanna go.
Look, bitches on my mind now. Yeah, bitches all the time now. So many bitches rolling through the crib.